Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's demonstration of Algomojo, our cutting-edge trading platform. We are thrilled to have you for this small presentation and a demo on the uh, uh, platform. Algomojo represents a significant leap forward in trading technology. At its core, our platform excels at bridging the gap between the trading signals and the order execution, seamlessly automating this process within your demat account. This automation not only saves time but also minimizes human error, allowing for more precise and timely trades. What sets Algomojo apart is its versatility. We have designed a platform to cater to a wide spectrum of traders and investors. Whether you're taking your first steps in markets or you are a seasoned professional with years of experience, Algomojo offers tools and features that can elevate your trading strategies to a new height. For newcomers, our user-friendly interface and intuitive design makes it easy to use. And for experienced traders, we offer advanced customized options and sophisticated algorithms that help you to refine and optimize your existing strategies. Like I mentioned again, let me mention again, the recording will be available. The session is getting recorded. It will be available for you to refer to it in the future. Now, in case you have any queries, you can use the Q&A box that is provided so that I can address any concerns or any issues or anything that you would like in specific that you would like to understand. Please use the Q&A box to raise your queries. So the agenda for today is we have an introduction to the Algomojo platform and its features. Then we will look at how do we do an integration with TradingView platform. Then we could look at Amibroker also in case if any of you would like to see how the integration is done with Amibroker platform. A small brief about Algomojo's support. We could have a Q&A session. If you have any specific queries that you want me to address as we go along the presentation, please raise the same. Yeah. Algomojo is a cutting-edge algorithmic trading platform that provides traders with ability to design, test, and deploy your trading strategies. With its user-friendly interface and robust features, Algomojo has become the go-to platform both for novice and experienced traders alike. Algomojo supports a wide range of asset classes, allowing traders to diversify their portfolios and explore various trading opportunities. Algomojo is a web-based strategy execution platform. We act as a bridge between your charting platform and your broker account. It is designed for traders to automate their trading signals. We have currently integrated with some of the very popular tools like TradingView, Amibroker, MT4, Charting, Ninja Trader. Of course, Google Sheets and Chrome extensions are also available. Excel is also a tool that you can use. And if you would like to use Python for sending signals, we have a extensive library published for Python users. We provide common API connectivity to multiple brokers. We provide execution modules. We provide sample codes, which are compatible with various trading platforms. Our aim is to make trading experience more efficient, simple, and as user-friendly as possible. As you will notice or go through it later, it's a platform which is designed to automate your strategies. Whether the tools that you're using is TradingView or Amibroker, any such kind of tools, and your broker account, which generates buy or sell signal that can be automated easily. You need not have to have any programming or coding knowledge to automate your strategies. It's a very simple copy paste kind of facility that we have provided. Anybody who has got a strategy in the TradingView or in Amibroker, you can easily automate those buy sell signals that you get. It's just 2 or 3 steps involved. We will go through each of those steps. How do we do the automation in using trading view strategies or Amibroker strategies? Using strategies or indicators also, you can pass signals from your charting tools to place orders in your broking account. Again, if you have any queries, kindly use the Q&A box to type out your queries so that I can address it as we go along. Some of the key features, uh, you can uh, do a custom order execution. That is, traders can create a custom order management module to suit a specific requirement in terms of trading preferences and objectives. You can trade. Algomojo provides facility for you to trade in equities, futures, and options also. In terms of options, so you can select either dynamic or static options, right? Static options. You have flexibility to choose dynamically the ATM, ITM, and OTM. We provide up to 20 strikes in the money or out of the money. Whichever strike that you would like to choose can be dynamically chosen by the system after you preset the same in your order management tool. Then, or if you would like to trade a specific strike throughout the day, you can set that also. In terms of option types, you now if you're a buyer, the facility is available. If you're a seller, still you can use our facility. You can hedge your trades or buy hedge buying or hedge selling kind of options. And if you would like to send large quantities of orders to be placed, we take care of the splitting facility through a feature which is available in our platform. So you need not have to worry about splitting your orders or placing multiple orders depending on your quantity. We will do that dynamically for you. In terms of risk management, you can predefine targets and stop loss in our platform. You can define it either in terms of points or percentage of the premium or the stock price or the future price, whatever is being that you trade. That can be set in our system. Then you can customize the time to start the trading and also the end times for processing the signals. A lot of people would not like to trade the first hour volatility or would not like to trade say towards the end of the day after 2 o'clock or 2:30 or 3 o'clock. So you can any signals that come before or after the start time and the end time that you specify will not be executed. You can also specify when do you want the expiry to happen on the expiry day. Depending on the time that you set in our system, the trades will be squared off and new positions will be taken for weekly or monthly expiry that you would select in the platform. Some of the key features continued. There are rollover options available. So every week, if you're trading weekly or options, then on the expiry day, whether it is Nifty, Fin Nifty, or Bank Nifty, on the expiry day, the positions would get rolled over automatically. You need not have to worry about closing the existing portion and taking the new portion. The system does it automatically for you. We will go through these when we look at the platform as such. Then paper trade is something that is available for all the users. So you can, what we normally suggest is once you do the entire, set up the entire uh, uh, automation process, you can test it using paper trade, see if it is meeting the criteria that you had set in the order management and the signal management process. If it is meeting your exact requirements, then we suggest that you take it for live trade. By default, you will have 3 paper trades enabled. There's no additional cost. So once you know that, yes, orders are going as per your requirement and as per your parameters, then you can shift to live trade. There are broadly 4 rules that we have set. We have done an extensive study of the kind of strategies that are available by the or used by the traders and investors, which would fall broadly into these 4, 5 categories. Like there are some people who would like to take only long trades, that is if the system generates only buy signals, they would like to take that. They never want to go short in the market. So for such kind of traders, there's a rule called long only that can be used. Then there are people who take only short rates. So you can define saying that, okay, let me address only the short rates and ignore the long trades. So that also can be said. So for people who would like to take both long and short rates, there are rules defined as per that. There are a couple of rules like both long and short, long buy, sell, short cover, and stop and reverse kind of facilities. We will go through these in detail as we go along with the presentation. Sorry. Then if you're a option trader and you will have multiple legs to be or multiple leg orders to be placed based on a single signal, you could do that. You can define each of those straddles and triangles or butterflies or various option strategies that you would like to trade. So depending on the signal that gets generated from your charting tool, these strategies can be automatically executed in your broker account using our platform. Sorry. Then you can get notification on Telegram for both when the signal gets received and it gets executed. Some people would like to check whether the signals, as soon as the signal is reaching the platform, only those need to be enabled. You can do that, or people would like to get a notification when the order gets executed. That also can be set. It's a very simple process. We could look at that, how to do that in our platform today. Uh, Yadu is asking, as of now, there is no facility for limit order. It is under development. It will come along shortly. Then for people who would like to trade multiple stocks or symbols uh, on a single strategy, you can create a watch list, and whichever symbols that you want to trade, you can include that in the watch list. So trades will be taken only for those symbols which are defined in the watch list as such. Then there are comprehensive reports available which can be downloaded for your further analysis. It can be in terms of how many signals were received, what are the orders placed, what are the positions that were created. You could look at download these reports from the platform and use it for your analysis. Currently, we have integrated, our API integration is done with close to about 23 brokers. Some of them are all are listed as such. So almost all these large brokers like your Zerodas to Angels to done Fire. So we have done integration with all these brokers. So if you have an account, you can use any of these except ICICI Direct. We have just gotten information from ICICI Direct that they would not be supporting API going forward. So we had to stop that as of yesterday. Otherwise, all the other brokers, these are the brokers that we support. And if you already have an account, you can easily use our platform to do the integration. You get 7 days trial, post which you will need to get in for a subscription. Or if you want to open a new account using Algomojo as a platform, as a referral account, then you get APIs free along with all the features that we saw and whatever we are going to launch in the future will be free of cost for you. So use that facility, try and get take the APIs by opening the account free of cost. Yeah, almost all brokers, none of the brokers would charge any API charges except for Zeroda. If you want to use Zeroda for automation, then they in turn charge 2,000 rupees for the API. And of course, you'll need to take a subscription if you already have an account, or if you open a new account using our platform in Zeroda, then there'll be no Algomojo API charges. Only Zeroda's API charges will need to be paid. Yeah, coming to the automation part, just before that, let me show our website and let's go through some of the facilities that are extended. And this is our website. It's called algomojo.com. As I was mentioning that you can open an account using our platform itself. Or if you already have an account, you can come here and log in using the login tab. Now, for people who would like to open an account, they would like to know the charges, then for the API, you can, sorry. Yeah, these are the API charges. If you open an account with all users would get 7 days free trial. Post that you can use the 7 days free trial to check whether our platform, Algomojo platform, meets your requirement in terms of automation. Now, if you're satisfied that yes, it is meeting your requirement, then you can get into a subscription model where the charges would be 1,000 rupees per month if you take a monthly subscription. If you opt for a yearly subscription, it will work out to 500 rupees per month for you. You get all the facilities that we provide in our platform uh, included in the subscription charges. Now, if you open the account using Algomojo as a referral, then the API charges will be free of cost for life for you. Could go through this web page to get some more details. Now, getting into any questions so far? Yeah, stock options currently are not yet enabled. We are waiting for the limit order facility to be developed fully, post which we will have a facility for trading in using stock options also. Now, if you already have an account with any of the API supported brokers that we have listed, you can log into Algomojo and use this button to get into our platform. So here for today's demo, we'll be using something called a broker called TradeGenie. They're a Bangalore-based broker. So the login credential, when you are trying out for the first time to use our platform, you will need to register using this new user facility. Once you put in the details, you will need to update your broker credentials in terms of the client ID and the password and the TOTP. It is the same as what what you use for logging into your broker account. The same credentials need to be used for using our system also. So here we'll log into TradeGenie account. I need to add the TOTP. So when you log in, the homepage for all the brokers would be the same. You will have a facility for having 5 watch lists separately for your reference. And if you want, you can place orders directly from here also manually. And you have a summary of the funds and what are the holdings and what are the positions. And in the day, what are the orders that were placed and closed and rejected. That summary would be provided here. Now, on the left, right side top corner, you have details such as the dashboard, which is this. Then you can look at what are the orders that were placed, live orders, what are the trades that were placed during the day, what are the positions which are open. All those details are provided on the right by going to the tabs which are provided on the right top corner of the web page. These are details as provided by the broker that you're using. Now, whatever amount or the positions or trades which are running in your broking account, those details will be listed here. Now, coming to the left side, you will see a lot of tabs. The first part is the My API part. Yeah. My API part, yes, you can make a list of all stocks that you can trade. We will see how do we do that also. In the first tab, you have something called My API. It will give you a summary of your client ID, broker ID, then the API key and API secret. These are generated and are specific to your account by Algomojo. And what is the expiry date and how many days are remaining? Those details are provided here. If you want to change your API, you can regenerate the secret. Normally, key doesn't get changed. Only the secret needs to be changed in case if you feel that there's some security breach. Otherwise, not required to change the API and API secret key. Now, if you want to renew your API, you can use this button. It will take you to the pricing page, and you can select whichever subscription that you would like to avail of, and make the payment, and your APIs will automatically be extended. Like as I was mentioning, for every user who is going to use our system for the first time, you get 7 days trial for you to check whether a platform meets your requirement in terms of automation. In case you find that yes, it is meeting your requirements, then you can get into a subscription model or open a new account, new broker account also to avail the free API facility. So this is very briefly about the account Algomojo web page login process. Now, in terms of automation, how do we go about it? It involves two-step. It's a two-step process. The first step involves certain activities to be done in the Algomojo web page. We will go through those. Once you in the Algomojo web page, we define the details of orders that as a user we want to execute. Suppose you want to trade in futures or options, the quantity and the expiry date. All those needs to be set as a one-time setup in Algomojo using the order management parameters. Then once you define all the order details in our platform that you need to execute, you can enable the paper trade and live trade. Again, stressing, please use the paper trade first. Check whether orders are going as per your process requirement. Only then shift into live trade. We've seen a lot of people getting into live trades immediately and then realizing that certain things are not set properly. So then again, reverting back, please do not do that. The live paper trade is specifically given for you to check the process. It is not a backtesting tool. It is a tool provided for you to check whether orders are going through as per your expectation. When a signal is generated from your charting tool, whether it is getting executed properly in terms of strike price or expiry or quantity, check all those and see if it is meeting the requirement. Only then shift over to live trade. Again, three paper trades are allowed for the users. And once you test it, you can go in for live trades. Once you enable the paper trade or live trade, we then go to TradingView or Amibroker, or it could be charting, any of these charting platforms, and do a small setup where if you are using TradingView, then most important, you will need to have the subscription of TradingView. The free version doesn't allow allow you to use the webhook URL. You need to have the basic subscription at least. Using that, you can use the webhook URL to create alerts and pass the signals from TradingView to Algomojo and your broker account. So you need to create an alert in TradingView. We'll see the process. How do we do that? Okay. And if you are using Amibroker, there are some modules that you need to download and also update webhook URL in Amibroker. Let's, the rules, I'll come back to this slide again. Let us look at how do we do the entire automation process using TradingView first, and then Amibroker, in case people would like to look at automation using Amibroker. Now, for TradingView today, we will look at how do we do an automation using SuperTrend, and that is a strategy. Then you can also place orders based on an indicator. A lot of people use indicators. It could be anything like your RSIs to MACDs, any indicator that you have to make an entry and exit. So how do we do that automation based on indicators? We will have a look at that also. Then we will look at price-based kind of automation, like people would like to buy at the support levels and sell at the resistance levels, or would like to use trend lines for entry and exit. How do we do that automation? We will be looking at those kind of examples also in today's demo. In case if you have any specific strategy or indicator you would like to see today, which is available in TradingView, please let me know in the using the Q&A box. We will try and use that strategy or indicator that you want to try it out for seeing the process today. Yeah. So as I was mentioning, the first activity would involve that we create the order management parameters in Algomojo first, and then go to the charting tool for automation process. Where do we do the parameter setting or the order management process? On the left side, you have something called My Strategies tab. You will need to go in here and use a tab called New Strategy. When you open this, it will ask for certain parameters to be updated. These are nothing but your trading, the orders that you want to um, execute or automate. Like if you want to trade in futures, options, equities, intraday, or carry forward, or it could be something like weekly options, those kind of things. We'll need to necessarily set it up here. How do we do that? We will go through that process. It's a pretty simple uh, form to be filled up. It will ask for a name. Please give a unique name as relevant to your trading requirement as such that you're trying to automate. So for this demo, we'll start first with the Nifty future kind of automation using Supertrend. So I will call this as give a name as Super ST Nifty um, ST is Supertrend Nifty. Rule, we will, as I was mentioning, there are four rules: long only, short only, long plus short, long plus short, buy, sell, short cover. Normally, the long plus short and these two are the same, except that short and cover are some of the signals that are normally generated in the Amibroker platform. We have also seen TradingView users also generating actions of short and cover. If your TradingView strategy or indicator is giving short and cover, you could use that. Otherwise, for TradingView, the any of the three and the fifth one, depending on how your strategy is defined, you'll need to select these rules. So long only is for people who want to take only long signals. People who want to take only short signals, you will need to select short only. Long, if you want to trade both buy and sell signals or short signals, use the buy plus short or the buy plus short and buy sell short cover rule. Stop and reversal, like these are most of the strategies that we look at are the of the nature of stop and reversal, like your super trend, which is always in trade either long or short. So for those kind of strategies, we will use this rule called stop and reverse. The first example that we will try and see is the super trend. So we will use the stop and reversal. You can ask, if you have any doubts, please use the Q&A box to ask your questions. I will try and clarify it immediately. So define the rule. Then you'll need to say which segment that you would like to trade, whether it is equities or futures and options or options dynamic, these kind of things. Now, for the first demo, we will look at trading into futures, Nifty futures. So I select this futures and options tab. Then I need to define trading symbol. That if you type in first few letters of the uh, instrument that you want to trade, it will give you a drop down. Select the necessary, the required instrument from the drop down. So we'll be selecting Nifty September future contract. Then order type, whether it is NRML or MIS. These are the two options which are available. For carry forward, you would use NRML, and intraday would use MIS. Then price type is always market. We are working on a limit order facility also, but not yet ready. As of now, all orders, whether it is futures, options, equities, anything, will go as a market order only. Now, you can define the number of lots that you want to trade here. For Nifty, the default is 1 and the quantity is default quantity is 25. Now, if I change this to 100 lots, as you can see, the quantity becomes 2,500. Now, freeze limit of Nifty contract are 1,800. So automatically our system will recognize, based on the instrument that you select here, the split, the freeze quantity, and accordingly it will split the orders. The first order will be for 1,800 and the second order, since it is 2,500, will be 700. So system will place automatically two orders, one for 1,800, the other one for 700. Then if you would like to do a rollover, you can do it, or you can say, if you don't want to roll over as of now, leave it as use the don't roll over option. Futures are normally monthly expiry, so you can use monthly expiry. It will show also what is the expiry it will roll over to on the date of the expiry. So for now, we'll keep it as don't roll over. Now, there's something called a chart symbol. Kindly ignore that. It need not be filled. So these are some of the stuff which normally any trader or investor would update in terms of before placing an order. That is what we do as a one-time setup in Algomojo. Now, there is a facility for defining target and stop loss. So if your strategy itself is taking care of that, you can leave this default at none. Otherwise, you can give the target and stop loss in terms of percentage or also in terms of points. Okay. Now, if you say 100 points, or say 100 points, if you take in a nifty trade at whatever is the price at which it was executed, say if it is say 25,000 is the average price it got executed at, the target will be 25,100. As soon as 25,100 is reached in terms of futures pricing, the system will generate a target order from your account and send it to the exchange as a market order only. So you may not find that the order is getting executed exactly at 25,100 because the prices are dynamic, and whatever is the price that is available at the time of your order execution will be the price it will get triggered at. It triggers at 25,100, but execution will depend on what is the price which is running when it reaches the exchange. So if you set 100, 25,100 we will send the order from here to the exchange, and at the current price it will get executed. Now, similarly, you can set stop loss either none or percentage or points. So if you say points, you can say that as 50 points, for example. And this is one time setup that you do and save it as such. If you'd like to change the start time, default it is at 9:15. End time is when do you want the signal not to be processed that is generated from your charting tool. Like suppose you don't want to take any new signals coming after 3 o'clock or 2:30, whatever is the time. You can say that, okay, if you set it as 2:30, any signal that comes from, say, your charting tool like TradingView after 2:30, it will be ignored. So the current signal will keep running, or current portion will keep running as such. Now, a default is blank. In case you don't want to specify anything, just leave that blank. Square of time, of course, if it is more applicable for intraday people, and expiry square of time is for intraday. Sorry, expiry intraday is more for intraday people, traders. Square of time is on the sorry, what am I saying? Square of time is intraday, and expiry is at what time on the expiry day. What time do you want to roll over the positions or close the positions? That is what we need to set here. Now, once you set these for the demo purpose today, since the markets are closed, I will leave the target and stop loss as none. And once you update these parameters, we do a submit. If all parameters are updated, the page would be saved. You will get a message saying that strategy has been created successfully. Once you specify these order parameters, there are certain things that are generated, auto-generated by Algomojo, which is something like a webhook URL. And for TradingView, there are, depending on strategy and indicator, certain codes are generated, which we will need to use by copy paste from here to your while alert creation. It's a two-step copy paste for alert creation. One is we need to copy this webhook URL and paste it in TradingView. And also in the message box of the alert, we will need to copy paste the relevant message, the content that we provide here. For strategies, it will be this. So if you're using an indicator, then there for entry and exit, there are 4 different types of messages which are provided. We will look at how to use each of these going forward. So for since we are trying to do an automation of super trend, we will be using this message which has been generated in the system. Yeah. Now, once you save this, we go back here and you'll be able to see your strategy that you have created. By default, it will be in inactive stage. Live or paper trade needs to be enabled. So we will look at paper trade for now. Yeah. Now, once you enable this paper trade, suppose you want to see if things are set properly and whether it is as per your requirement, you can test it by generating a signal manually also. There is a section called generate signal. If you go here, there are 4 types of signal plus square of button provided. If you say buy, it'll buy the it'll trigger the buy signal and the paper trade will be enabled. The signals that are generated or received will be seen under My Signals tab here. So you go to My Signals. As you can see here, there are various tabs provided. So the first tab is a signal. So as you can see here, we have generated a manual buy signal and the status is completed. What is the IP from which it was received? All these details are provided. You can look at the orders which are placed here. Since we had looked at 2,500 as the quantity, it has placed 2 orders, 1,800 and 700, and the portion can be seen here. Yes, you can see that this is the strategy that we created. Now you can look at it strategy wise also. Now, if you have multiple strategies and you want to see status strategy wise, you can select accordingly. So this is what we had selected now. As you can see, there's a 2,500 quantity of Nifty running. Now, in case you want to square off this, either you can do it from here or you go to my strategies and use this generate signal and say square off. Always use our system to place any orders, whether in terms of square off or adding or exiting the positions. Always use our system. Don't change the position from your mobile or mobile app of the broker or from the web application of the broker. Don't do it from there. Always do it from from Algomojo platform, so that our system will remember whether the trade is running or not running, or whether what portion is open and not open. Those details, it will be able to track that. Now, in case if you have done a square off somewhere else from your web mobile app or broker web page, then this would still be in the buy stage, and that signal would not have been updated in our system, and our system will be running saying thinking that the portion is still open, whereas you would have covered that directly from the broker account, which will lead to a mismatch and conflict in terms of the orders going through. So don't do that. Use our system only to close the positions. Yeah. Now, as you can see here, we had squared off the position and net quantity has become 0. Yeah, you can exit legwise with not trailing stop loss. You can set stop loss or target for each leg when you are using multiple legs in the options. So suppose you have 2 legs and in one you have set 10 points as the stop loss and 20 points as the target, and the other one you have set 20 and say 50. So whenever those are hit, those legs will get executed and portions will get closed. Yes. So this is how we can do a manual order from the platform itself. So you not have to look into broker account or mobile app of the broker. You can do all the order placements right from here. So once you set the strategy that you want to run with all the parameters in terms of what is the instrument, what is the quantity, what is the expiry, all that, you can, at a click of a button, you can place orders directly from here. Yeah. Now let us look at how do we do this using a strategy in TradingView. So as I was mentioning, let us look at super trend as the strategy. Here we have say important thing while using. I'm sure all of you would have trading would be using TradingView and would be aware of the process. First thing that we select is the instrument. Today we would have the crypto market running. Let's try and use that so that we get some live trades. And after you select the symbol that you want to trade, select the time frame. So minimum is the 5 minutes, depending on whatever time frame that you want to trade. You can choose the relevant time frame as per your strategy. For today's demo, we'll look at 1 minute time frame. And after that, you will need to load the strategy. So we have the super trend here. So once you load the strategy, as you can see here, super trend is a trailing stop or trailing kind of strategy, which it's supposed to be pretty popular among the traders, and it is always in trade, either long or short. So it will keep generating buy sell signals. So these are the signals that we want to automate and place orders whenever they are generated in our system. Now, as I was mentioning, for the strategy, you will need to create an alert for automation. So you go to the strategy name, look at these three dots, and you get an option called Add Alert on Supertrend. Click that. It opens up a table or a window. So this is what we need to update. As I was mentioning, there are two things to be updated here. One is the message box content, and second is the webhook URL. As you can see here, this you'll be able to see only in the paid version of TradingView. If it is a free version, you will not get this box to update your webhook URL. Now, where do we get these two details? It is from the strategy that we just created. So we go to the strategy that we created here and go to view and copy this webhook URL from here. There's a copy facility provided. It's copied to the clipboard, come to TradingView, paste it here. The webhook URL is placed. Then go to the settings, copy the message content from this place. Yes, if you go here for strategies, this is the content that needs to be updated in the alert. So indicator is different. We will look at when we are trying to do with an indicator. So indicator, we copy this and go to the alert box and paste it here and give a name. So name can be something like Super Trend Nifty. I would say today is 7th. I'll say just say September. These are the only two things that you need to do. Copy paste the message that we provide in our web page and copy paste the webhook URL. That is all is required for automating the signals that would come from TradingView. It is as simple as that. You need not have to get into the coding code part of any strategy or indicator that you would be using in TradingView. It's a very, very simple process. Copy paste the content in the message box and the notification in the notification webhook URL. That is it. So once you've done this, you just say create. So once the strategy is saved, it will be updated here. Yeah, this is the alert which has been created. Now, whenever this Bitcoin running at 1 minute generates a new buy signal, it will be triggered and the order can be placed in Algomojo. Now, while we are waiting for the new signal to be generated, now, if there are any queries, do ask using the Q&A box about the process so far. Yeah, I'll try and answer those. So as I was mentioning, it's a simple process. You define what is that you want to trade. So once you define all the parameters in Algomojo, use the webhook URL that we provide and the message content box that we provide against your strategy and create an alert in TradingView. That's it. By selecting the instrument and the time frame and the strategy, place the order, create the alert by updating the message box and the notification. In the notification, the webhook. That is all is the process for automating the signals from TradingView strategies. You can take any strategy in TradingView as long as it is giving buy and sell signals. We will be able to pass those signals into your broking account without any intervention as such. Any queries, please do raise them. Now, suppose say that, okay, this super trend, as you can see, it has already taken a sell position or a short position. You would like to take the short position and allow the system to handle it going forward from now. Now, how do we do that? We go and create the short position manually, first time entry. So I go here and I say that, okay, generate, since it is already running in a short, I'll generate a short signal. And as you can see here, a sell has been generated, manual sell signal has been generated, and an order has been placed for shorting 2,500 quantity of Nifty futures. So the portion is running and it is updated in our system because I used this Algomojo strategy page and generated the buy sell the sell signal now. So our system is updated and it is running 2,500 quantity of Nifty futures in a short portion. So whenever the reverse portion comes from trading view, it will close this short portion and take a long portion. So after taking the position, we can allow the system to run from the charting tool. And this is how we do it. Any queries, any questions on this so far? Uh, our system is pretty uh, fast. You can try it out and compare in terms of how much time does it take. Normally, once we receive the signal, the processing takes milliseconds kind of time. You can test it out. That's why we allow the trial period. You can check all these parameters. How much time is it taking for it to reach from TradingView, and how much time did it take for Algomojo to place orders in your broker account? All that will be recorded. Now, looking at the orders details, if you go to signals, it will also show you what time did we receive the order. As you can see here, the order was received at 10:51:04, and the date is so and so and time is so and so. When was the order entry time? Signal receive time is this, order entry time is this. So as you can see here, it is 10:51:05 here, 10:51:04. So you will get the details of all the orders time also. You can make out how much time it is taking to execute the orders. Such kind of and all these can be downloaded using this download button, and you can do your analysis. Yeah. Any queries? So now coming back here, so as I was mentioning, we will wait for the buy signal to come, and also any strategy available, whether it is paid or freely available in TradingView, you can use them to automate your trades. Now, since while we wait for the new signal to be generated, let us look at how do we do an automation of an indicator based entry and exit. Now, how do we, you can go to this indicator section and select the indicator that you want to automate. For example, let's use RSI, stochastic RSI. It can be any indicator. You can choose that, and you can generate signals from the indicator also for order placement. Now, as you know, this is the RSI. It's an oscillator, so you would like to typically take it long trade when the it's an oversold kind of situation, or exit the trade and take a short trade when it reverses from overbought kind of situation. So let us see how do we do that. Okay, before that, let us try and do this for trading in few options. The super trend we have set it up for futures. Let us see how do we do a setup for options in Algomojo. Yeah. If you want to trail your trades, currently trailing facility is not available with us. However, we have seen some people who have got it uh, encoded or scripted, programmed in PineScript itself. Yes, you can do that in your code itself. Or there's another method. I will show that also when we do the price-based uh, entry and exits of trades, of signals. So here, what we can look at is for stochastics automation. Let us go to Algomojo and create a new strategy for trading in Bank Nifty options. Now, how do we do that? We go to a new strategy, then again say that, okay, we will say Bank Nifty options. Name can be anything. Now again, I will say the rule as top and reverse. I'll tell you what is the reason also. segment, we'll select it as dynamic. So whenever the signal reaches Algomojo or is generated in your charting platform and sent to Algomojo, we will look at what is the spot price at that point in time and select the strike that you have defined in this page. Now, for example, if here we are trying to buy trade in Bank Nifty, we will say that okay, always next expiry. If you say that expiry can be weekly or current monthly or next month first week, always current expiry. You can look at various options that you want to trade. So you have the flexibility to choose whichever expiry that you want to trade by selecting from here. So let me select, or otherwise, let me select week two. It will show you the date also. Week two is 11/09/24. So that is the expiry date. It will take the orders for. Then you can select the strike price, ATM, or we give you up to 20 strikes in the money and 20 strikes out of the money. For example, if I want to select for this example, ITM 5. So it will take at the whenever the signal is generated, whatever the ITM 5 at that point in time, it will trigger take the trade of ITM 5. So that is the dynamic. That is what the dynamic option selection feature is all about. Then you can also select the. You'll need to define the lots. Say if I say 100 lots, Bank Nifty, as you are aware, freeze quantity is 900. So it will split two orders, place two orders for 900 and then 600 whenever we want to do. Then you can also define whether you want to roll over for whether it is next expiry or next monthly expiry, depending on what you want the rollover to be, you can select that. Now you can select if you select rollover, then you will need to define whether you want to take the rollover and take the same ITM5 at that point in time. That also has, or it has to be ATM or any other site. You can redefine those parameters. It will like system will accordingly take the readings from here and place the orders. You can select the target in terms of percentage of points, and update the target and stop loss parameters here. Or if your strategy itself is handling that, you need not have to update this. So whatever relevant minimum information are required, those are necessary. For example, if you don't give the quantity and you try to save this, it will say that please enter valid quantity. So you have to go back and update the quantity that you want to trade. However, there are certain things like a stop loss and start time, end time. Those are default stuff which are there. If it is anything apart from default, you will need to vary those parameters and update it. So this is what we will try and see. We are trying to place orders dynamic for Bank Nifty ITM5. We will submit this. So as I mentioned, it creates the webhook URL and the code to be used for TradingView. Since RSI is an indicator, we will, for indicators, we will always need to define entry and exit. Suppose if it is the first entry that we anticipate or can create would be buy, we'll need to use this message content and use the webhook URL. For the exit, we can use the sell alert. Now, for indicators, you will need to create two alerts. So again, going back here, we will create it on the stochastic here. Here, the currently RSI is running at around 2.92. So we will say that if the RSI comes to 25, please place the order. So go to RSI here. As you can see, there are three dots more and say add alert on RSI. As you can see, the pop-up window which comes up for indicators to be updated is different from what is available for the strategies. Now, there are some more details that you need to update when it comes to an indicator. However, let me show the strategy pop-up window, alert pop-up window. In alert pop-up, it is only the name and message box. Nothing else needs to be changed. Whereas here for indicators, you will need to define whether the condition of RSI, whether it is K or D that you want to trade with, then whether it is crossing up or crossing down. Now, for example, here, since it is trying to come from below, we will say that if the RSI is, if the K parameter is crossing up, then I would like to take an entry, and I would like to take an entry once the bar is closed, not by touch, by at the touch itself, I don't want it to be defined. I want the bar to be closed, and it will ask for a name. We'll say uh, BN options, and we will say BN options entry. Now, always remember, for trading in options using sorry, trading using indicators in trading view, setting alerts using indicators in trading view, you have to define or create two alerts, one for entry and other one for exit. So here we will say that, okay, here the value, let's and update the message box. The content for the message box needs to be taken from here. We will copy this content indicator buy and go here and say buy. And in terms of notification, we'll need to update what is the webhook URL. We will need to delete the default. Sorry, I think something happened. Let me recreate that. Yeah, once per bar close crossing up, then say last week this. Sorry, we'll update this as buy. Notification, you need to select this, delete the same, take the updated one from here, paste it here. And since the RSI has already moved to say 47, I will say that, okay, take an entry if it crosses 60, for example. Price crossing from below, crossing up, and say create. Now, once we do that, it will be available here. We will also need to update. Once you have created this, by default, it will be in inactive states. Let me enable the paper trade. Go back to trading view. Now, as you can see, the price is still crossing. This candle has to close for the alert to be created. So we will wait for the alert, the candle to close. That's about 30 odd seconds. Okay, request all to kindly mute. There is some crosstalk which is happening. One second. Request all participants to kindly mute. Okay. Yeah. Now the candle has crossed, and as you can see here, the entry has been created. As uh, uh, let me slightly go back. Sorry for that disturbance. Yeah. Whichever level that you indicate here, we had said that when it crosses 60, you will see this dotted line with an arrow provided. Now you can shift this up or down also. Accordingly, the values will get changed. Now, suppose you want to make it as 42, you can come here and check that BN options entry has changed to 42. Or if you want to keep this as 25, you can change it here also and save it. So these are stuff which you do once in only once. There are, while doing a copy paste, I think I saved two of them. It has to be one. So as you can see, we were talking about, we had a trigger for buying for Bank Nifty options. So buy came in at 140402. And as you can see, these are the orders that have got placed. 0203, the order entry time. And this is the strike that has been selected and two orders placed. As you can see the position now, it is 1500 quantity. So you have to create two of them. Let me check. Delete one of them. This is 168. So this is the one we created for entry. Now entry has, so as I mentioned, once you create an alert, you can keep shifting that and the values will also get updated in the settings. Now, as you can see here, the super trend also has given a buy. It was in a sell mode. It has taken the buy now. It has reversed the position. So let us look at what has happened to the order for the alert that we had created for Nifty. So go back here and go to signal section, and I'll select Nifty as the thing. As you can see, at 11:06, we have a buy order signal which has come. It has come from an IP which is different. Earlier, I did a manual entry, so my IPs were different. This is the IP sent by TradingView. And if you look at the orders, it is reversed and taken a long position here. Earlier, we were short, now it is long. So it will reverse the entry because the rule that we used here was that it is stop and reverse, as you can see here. Nifty view, the rule is stop and reverse, so it will either be long or short. So it was running short, so when the buy came, it stopped this short trade and taken the reverse trade, which is the long trade. So that is why the rule of stop and reverse is available. And suppose there are strategies which will say that, okay, let me close the short position and wait for a total setup and then take either a long trade or short trade. Then you will need to use the long plus buy plus sell, that kind of rule. Or if it is long only trade or short only trade, as per your strategy requirement, select the rule accordingly. The rule is the most important part. You will need to understand the usage of what is applicable for your kind of trading and accordingly select it. Otherwise, the trades that will be taken will not be the exact as to what as to your expectation. So that is why select the rule in case if there's any confusion. Do the paper trade and see whether it is meeting the requirement. Otherwise, tweak the rule and see how it works for you. And once it is happening properly, you can go for the line trades. Okay. Going back here, so this buy trade has now is running for Nifty. Now we had taken a short, we had bought options, bank Nifty options. Now it has gone to the oversold mode. Suppose you want to take an entry, reverse entry. How do we create that? So we go here and do one more alert creation. We say that, okay, clone the alert that we have created. So it will copy all the parameters. Why do we need that? Because we have the webhook URL, which is pertaining to the same strategy of Bank Nifty, which will get carried forward when you do a clone. Then here we will say instead of crossing up, it's be crossing down. And once for bar close, I want instead of buy, I want to take a sell position or close the CE and take the PE. So make these changes and save this parameter also, or save this alert also. So once it is saved, you will be able to see the alert that we just created here. Now, here we are given the entry as 40. Now, let me change this dynamically from here, from chart itself. I'll move it here. If the price or if the RSI comes below 64, as you can see, or here, you can drag it. So these entry and exit are one-time creation. So you can keep shifting it whenever you want. You see that there is proper setup for you. Or if you are a trader, you would always use a level at the bottom to take an entry and a level at the top at the oversold level, say 60 or 70. You create these once and then you just leave it. It will keep trading for you. So whenever those levels are reached, it will automatically reverse the orders and take the positions. So here we are saying that you reverse my CE to PE if it crosses, say, for example, I'll keep it at 69 kind of stuff. Sorry, here I should have changed it as, instead of entry, I'm saying exit. So at, I'll keep this as 65. Sorry, not this one, the other one. Say, let's try and keep it at 70 and save this. As you can see here, This is by distribution. So your entry is here and exit is here. So when the RSI closes below this level, so whichever is the level, you will be able to see from the chart also. Either move it from the using the cursor, or you can update it from here also. You can go here and update the values also. Say if I want to make this say 50, as you can see, the level has shifted down. So you can keep dynamically changing it. Yeah. Similar thing can be used for price based also. We'll go through that. Yes. Yeah. So while we wait for the exit to trigger, there are some queries. See, currently using Algomojo, but have been experiencing consistent losses. Could you help me analyze where I might be going wrong? See, thing is, what we are a bit provider between your strategy and your broker. So, whenever your strategy, like a super trend or whatever you're using in the various platforms, uh, they would generate a buy or a sell signal, which we would execute. Instead of you doing manually, the entire process is automated. So we are a bridge for placing the order. Now, whether the strategy is profitable or making loss or making profit, we will not be able to understand that, because that is dependent on the strategy that you run. So you will need to analyze your strategy on whether it is whatever time frame, whatever parameters you have set there. Is it because of that? Profit and loss is basically because of that, the strategy parameters and strategy that you're running. So you'll need to analyze that. We will not be able to say whether it is anything can be done to improve the performance of the strategy. We will not be able to add value. But only thing is, we are an execution platform. We can help you to transmit the order from the charting tool to your broker account. There's one more query. I'm doing a trading on above price order. Please advise, should I place the order manually through my broker and use Algomojo for stop and loss target? Let me try and give you one more example. Yeah, it is your query, sir, which I read. Yes. I didn't want to mention names. Yes. That's what strategy, though it is providing the backtest results are showing profitable. See, that's a different discussion altogether in terms of strategy and the performance. Most strategies that we have seen, what we have seen, as I'm not very sure of the others, is that out of 10 trades, if we have a profitable trades which are three or four in number, that would take care of the losses which come from the balance 6 to 7 orders as such. So most important part for any system trader is to be in to take every trade. You have to take necessarily all those 10 trades, whether it is in profit or loss. What we have seen by experience is that uh, there could be instances where 6 continuous loss-making trades have happened, and the seventh trade would have taken care of all the 6 loss-making trades and given you so much of returns that it, you are in good profit. All losses taken care of, and plus you are given a good, it has also given you sufficient profit. But by chance you get tired after 5 or 6 loss-making trades and have stopped the system to run, then the seventh trade you would miss, and that would have happened to be the most profitable trade. So it is difficult for system traders to sit tight and follow these systems. It is very, very difficult. I can speak, I'm also speaking by experience. I've tried it out. So it is important to take all the trades, whether it is profitable or loss making. Also, what we have seen is most traders would feel that, okay, I've got sufficient profit. Say I've got 100 points profit in this signal. Let me close this trade, and because I've got good profit, that trade would have gone to make 500, 800 points. But if you had closed it at 100 points, you would have missed that trade, the balance of that trade, right? So uh, you should that's most people talk about is the trading psychology. That is the part that I would say is the important stuff. As a trader, you will need to learn that, yes, once you have back tested your strategy for a couple of years and see all kind of environments, like we typically suggest uh, system traders to try to check the backtest results for the past 5 to 8 years, because past 5 to 8 years we have seen many kind of scenarios, like your COVID to Ukraine wars to elections to every kind of environment would have been tested, or the backtest would have shown what would have happened during these times. And if it had handled it well and still ended up profitable, then it is worth following those kind of strategies. So please backtest your strategies to take care of all such kind of scenarios which would have happened in the past 5 years, and if found profitable at the end of that, you should necessarily follow all trades, however difficult it could be. It could be that 9 trades, 10 trades have gone in a loss, and if you stop and the next trade gets into a profit which should have wiped out all the losses of the previous trades and given good profit, it's a bad thing to happen. So you should, when you're following a system, you should do it not for one day, 2 day. It is a multiple day, multiple month, multiple years. I've seen people who run it consistently for years together. Come what may, they will not stop their trades. They will not stop their strategies. They will always feel in follow the system, come what may. So, as a systems trader, you will need to get used to the kind of losses and profits. Don't stop in the middle, the strategies. Sometimes, yes, there are scenarios where we would see that, okay, it would have gone to make 1,000 points, and at the end of the day, it would have made only 300 points. So, those scenarios are also there, but you need to learn to adhere to the system following mentality, which is important for traders as such. WhatsApp notification is currently not available. Telegram notification can be set. I can show you that. Yes. So what we will do is we'll see how do we do this setting for Telegram application. For example, let me try and open the Telegram app. Now in Telegram, you have a bot called Algomojo. Yeah. Now, when you use this bot, uh, it will ask you to get your my chat ID. So this is your chat ID, which you need to use it for setting the alerts. Now, let's look at how do we do that. We go here, and against the strategy that you set, that you create, you come here and update the notification. So you will need to take this Telegram chat ID of yours. You have to first get into Algomojo bot. Under that bot, get your chat ID and copy paste that here, and you enable to get notification after signal receipt or after signal processed. You can select both of them or one of them and say submit. That's it. Once you've created an alert, it will show you that alert notification has been enabled. Similarly, we can do it for this one also. Notification, I'll say that, okay, enable both of them and say submit. That's it. It's a simple process. In Telegram, go to this Algomojo bot, select that, and in that bot, you will need to say my chat ID, you will get a chat ID, copy that and paste it here. That's it. Copy that, come to actions, notifications, paste it here. That's it. So for each of the strategies, you can set the alert. So wherever you are, you will get alerts whenever there is a signal on your Telegram. As such. Hope that is clear. Yeah, say scalping or intraday or a swing trade, all that is your strategy dependent. We are execution provider only. If your strategy is, if you found a strategy which is meant for scalping purpose, then you automate that strategy. It could be any strategy that you have, that you have identified. Yes. Yeah. So let me try and there are some more queries. Suppose there's a query. Suppose Nifty 25,000 CE is running at 100. I want to buy on above 115. So please advise, should I place order through broker and use Algomojo for target and stop loss? I want Algomojo for stop loss. I want to set my stop loss entry time 1 point after my order got triggered. See, either way, if you want to take the order manually, you can do that and update it in our system. So whenever the target or stop loss gets hit, like we were saying that, okay. Now, how do we do that? Here, I'll say CE buy. I'll create a strategy for this. How do we handle the 25,000 CE kind of thing? I'll say long only. When I say select options, then I'll say Nifty. Here, I can say if I have to select a particular um, uh, strike price, what I need to do is instead of static, I will select the dynamic one here. 1 second. I come and type Nifty 25,000 CE. So for example, 12 September expiry. So any trades that I want to take will be only for this. And I'll say, let me trade 10 lots of this. And for this, I will set the order type can be MIS or normal, whatever. And the price is always market. Here I say 10 lots, for example. And I set a target in terms of points as 100 points. Giving an example, it can be anything. Stop loss can be, say, some 15 points. Then I say submit this. Now, so instead of either you take the order from your broker terminal directly, or you can trigger it from here itself. So once you have defined this, you go back here and say that, okay, I want to buy this. So you come here and say buy. So what the system will do is it will go to, you can see here, this is the strategy that we created, CE buy. So I bought this manually, and the order is for 25,000 CE, and the position is running. 250 quantities is what I bought. Average price has been 97. So if the price becomes 197, it will trigger a target order and send it to the exchange. As I was mentioning earlier, the target and stop, we always place a market order. So we will trigger the order when the price comes to 100, if the target you set is 100. So 100, when the price reaches 197.05, we will trigger it and send it to the exchange. At that point in time, whatever is the price, suppose it is 200 or 190, whatever is the running price, it will get executed at that. You will not exactly get 197.05 because we are not placing a limit order. We are sending a market order. So at the current market price, it will get executed. But trigger will happen at the price that you set or target you set or stop loss you set. If you say that, okay, my stop loss is 20 points. If the price comes down to 77.05, we will send it from here, from Algomojo to the exchange. So if the price, whatever the price running at that point in time, it could be 80, it could be 95, whatever, it will get triggered and your stops would have, the position will get closed. That's how we can do it. So you need not have to take it from broker directly. You can do it from here direct, from our system itself. Because if you take it from broker, what happens is the entry will not be here. So you will need to come and add an entry. So instead of 250, let me add this position to this position. Say, I will say that, okay, trading symbol is 25,000, say Nifty 25,000. See, I can select it from here and then say 10 more lots, and price could be anything. I'm adding manually. So I add this. So as you can see, it has taken one more position. Since the earlier one I had given it as paper trade, and this is live trade, it is not. It is showing two entries. Otherwise, it would have been one. Suppose I want to change this to paper trade, I go and close this stuff. I'll make this. Let me try and close this stuff. Make it 0, and I'll add to this itself. So instead of 250, make this 500 because I have taken it. Sorry, I should have made it 500 instead of 250. So I'll need to update it, come here and update it or add it to Algomojo system. So that system knows that this trade is running. If you take it using your broker page or mobile app and our system is not updated, the target and stop loss will not be triggered. It has to be there in this position book. So position book, either we uh, buy or sell from here itself, or if it is you already taken from manually from your this thing mobile app or from broker terminal, you have to come and add that position under the positions here, under the positions tab here. Then only we will know that, okay, so for this user the position is running and there is a target and stop loss set, and whenever that target and stop loss is triggered, we have to send the order. Only then we will know. So please update the system if you have taken any manual orders, and always use our system to place orders so that you need not have to get into updating or adding positions, those kind of things in our system as such. Hope that is clear. Yeah, presently Sensex, mid cap, those are yet to be enabled. It is under development. We will be releasing them also going forward. Yes. Any uh, any other queries? Yeah, I'll come to Algomojo in a while. No, the same thing will be recorded, and yes, good question. As you can see here, there is a tab for various modules and strategies and APIs. All that is provided here. You can go and look at these modules. There are, say, for example, go to my signals and signals. So there are details of what needs to be done, how it has to be triggered, what has to be entered. All that is provided as a step-by-step rule in the documentation that we create here. Yeah, there are some videos also provided. For example, let me look at my signals. Say, for example, if you want to install a bridge for Amibroker kind of thing, you will find the video also. So there are videos and detailed step-by-step installation process or usage process is provided in the documentation. Kindly have a look at them. And this session, we do this session every Saturday from 10 to 12. Uh, these are recorded and will be available for you to have a look at any point in time. Yes. Yes. So we were looking at, we had looked at a strategy-based automation process. We had looked at indicator-based automation process. Now, as another method, popular method people follow is to look at the price action and take entry or exit. For example, if you want to buy at the support level, say if you consider this as a support, and if feel that, okay, if the price comes down below this level, draw that. So if the price comes to this level, comes below this level and starts moving up, I want an entry to be taken. Or if the price goes to this level, say if you take this as a resistance, and I want to sell the when it reaches the resistance level, that can also be done. Now, how do we do it? The process is the same as what we followed for indicators. Now, here for creating a support, buy at a support level, just come to any place in TradingView, right click there and say add alert. So you will get a window which was very similar, no, if not the same. It's not the same, slightly different. You had things like a couple of other things here. Trigger here it is only once every time, whereas if you look at the indicator, it will show you here you had trigger 4 times, whereas for price based, if you right click here and say add alert, there are only two, only once or every time. So here we say that, okay, price crossing, I want the price to go below a certain level and start coming up. Okay. And when it comes to say 54,000 level, because that is a support I feel, say entry, I'll give a name. And in the message box, I will copy the same thing. Like what I did for indicator, like here, go to indicators. The message content is the same, irrespective of the strategy, indicators, and say buy. Copy this, bring it to TradingView and paste it here. And accordingly update the webhook URL also as to the strategy that is created and say create. Now, as you can see here, there's a dotted line, like what we got for indicators, that is also available here. So this you can keep shifting up or down. So as you can see, this is called entry, and this is again, I'll clone it and say create one more for exit. Instead of entry, I'll call this as exit. And when price starts coming down, I will say, and here instead of buy, I will say sell, and price I'll give it as 54,500 and save this. So that, as you can see here, if the price goes up and starts coming down 54,500 levels, it will exit your position. So these are again one-time setup for the strategy that you create. And after that, you can keep shifting based on the price movement. If you feel that, okay, this is the level that I want, it's taking support here. And if it comes to this level, below this level and starts moving up, I want an entry to be taken, you can do that. So you can shift it up or down. So whenever those levels are reached, it will trigger the buy order. Similarly, after taking this entry and you want to exit at the resistance level or stop loss level, you can keep shifting this level also. So this is based on the price based actions. So let me try and hide. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Let me delete this. Any queries on in terms of using the indicator, do let me know. In between entry and exit, how to average, you can add one more portion there, so it will get added into your positions, open positions as such. Yeah, maybe we'll call later after the session. If somebody wanted a call back, we'll try and call you back. Sir. Yeah. Another popular method traders use is trend line breakout kind of stuff. Uh, Again, the setup for doing that is also similar. Like you use draw a trend line. Say, for example, I say that okay, this is the trend line, and if it breaks this, I want a sell to be taken. So you come here, draw a trend line, and say add alert to the trend line, and say crossing down. Okay. So once per bar close, it is same as your indicator. So once I create this, if the price falls below this trend line and it closes below this trend line, it will take a sell order or a buy order. It depends on what you define here. But the process for either price based or indicator based or trend line based is the same. It will have two entries, two alerts to be created, one for entry and one for exit. Entry, we would always say that okay, buy, and the exit will always use the message as set. And we link both these alerts to the same webhook URL, which we would have created in Algomojo. Yeah. Yeah. Any further queries on TradingView usage? Okay. Now, there's a query on TradingView. If there's nothing much, we can try and move on to Amibroker. Yeah. There was one query on Amibroker. Sir, Amibroker is a very versatile tool. Only thing is people need to be experienced as to how to use it. There are a lot of features available. Unless you use it for 3 to 6 months, it becomes complex, or it will be a difficult thing to operate with. But the kind of things that can be done on Amibroker is huge, enormous. As Algomojo strategy section is, I'm new to Amibroker, as Algomojo strategy section is having strike selection part. Can we ignore writing codes in AFL coding? So please correct me if the below steps are correct. AFL codings will have buy and sell signals. Okay. After I create a strategy in Algomojo, I have to copy webhook URL and copy coding from Algomojo and finally paste them in the AFL coding in Amibroker. Yeah, let us look at how do we do this for Amibroker, for example. We, uh, so we'll create a new strategy for Amibroker. I'll select the rule as the process is similar and take it as stop and reverse. Then I'll say segments are say futures, trading symbol, can be anything, nifty, futures, normal. These parameters are standard, whether you how many lots you want to trade, one lot, for example. Nifty is what I've selected, or we can, yeah, let's leave it at that. Once we have done this, we get submit this. As you can see, you have a webhook URL, and for Amibroker, we give something called. If you go to, let me back here. Let me go to edit. So this you would have created in Algomojo. Okay, what you want to trade, what quantity, all that. Okay, now here on the right side, what you see here is something called the Amibroker section, Python, TradingView, these are provided here. So select the Amibroker. Depending on your strategy in Amibroker, you will need to use the necessary module. Now, for demo, or we can load something like, we'll load a strategy, which is something similar to Super Trend, for which a rule like stop and reversal is required. So we'll need to copy it from here and paste it there, and also use this webhook URL and paste it there. How do we do that? Let's look at it in Amibroker. So you can stop me any point in time and ask if you're not clear in terms of using this. No, price currently is only market based, market time. Instead of fixed LTP, can we place order based on price percentage drop? No. Like TradingView, I don't think has such facility. It is only thing you have to define it either in the graph. Such okay. Let's load a new chart here. Yeah, of course, you will need to have the bridge also installed. So bridge installation process is given in our web page. If you go to modules here, sorry, modules, and you go to, sorry, here, bridge, you say Amibroker bridge. What is the process to be followed is clearly provided for you. Follow this process. In case you have any difficulty, get in touch with the support team. They will assist you in terms of bridge installation also. So first thing that you, even before you open the Amibroker, do the installation of the bridge. In my system, already the bridge is installed. Now, after that, I open a chart. For example, I load a strategy here. There is a system called Wheel and Trap. Let me try and do this. This is the strategy which is available. Let me put it inside the time frame. Let me minimize. As you can see, it is similar to your super trend in terms of your signaling. Like it is always in trade. This system is either long or short. So here it is long. After that long, it will close the long and take the short, and it will keep running. So here short, long, it will keep running. Now this is what I want to automate. So once I have my strategy done here, I go and do an edit. Okay, as you can see, it will open up the code. Either there are two ways. Either you can copy paste. Let me not get into the code level as such. You can there's an easier method. Let me show you that. Go to modules, go to Amibroker modules. Here you select stop and reversal. Okay, and you download this from our website. This AFL from our website. Once it is downloaded, copy that and paste it. Go to your system. In the system, you will have the programs file, or wherever your Amibroker is loaded, go to Amibroker, um, go to formula section. Under formulas, you create a new folder. Like I've created a folder called Algomojo, and in Algomojo, I have created a folder for various types of modules that need to be loaded. So for example, long only, short only, long plus short, stop and reverse, button trading module. So these AFLs, I'll save it here. Next, what I do is I go to, I open my strategy, go to charts here, then from here in Algomojo, I'll go to the folder where it is saved. I have the stop and reversal module. I go just do a drag and drop. So once you do a drag and drop, as you can see here, it would add this section, order execution section here. Simple. On your over and above your strategy that you have, you drag and drop the module and you update the webhook URL. Webhook URL is what we get for the strategy that we have defined here. So this is what we defined for trading in Nifty. Okay, copy this webhook URL, go to Amibroker and paste it here. And sorry, that did not get copied properly. Let me copy it again. Paste it here and enable trade. As you can see here, the color has changed. So now the algo is enabled. Whenever you get a signal now, it'll get executed. It is as simple as that. You have to load your strategy. On top of that, please load the modules. You can download all the 5 types of modules: button trading, long plus short, long only, short only, stop and reversal, any of these. Depending on the strategy, download the drag and drop the module on that. Once you drag and drop, right click to the parameters and update the webhook URL for the strategy that you have created. That's it. And enable the trade algo mode, enable or disable. You disable or enable. By default, it is in disable stage. You enable this and you're ready to take the trade. So that's it. It is as simple as that. In Amibroker, download the module over and above your strategy, which you have in Amibroker, and copy paste the webhook URL from the strategy that you have defined in Algomojo and put it in the parameter section. That's it. The automation is ready. Of course, bridge installation is a one-time setup. Yes. Mac, I think, yeah, people are using it. Shouldn't be a problem. You can use it on Mac also, MacBooks, or Apple systems also. Yes. Any query on the automation of Algomojo? Yeah, like all codings will have buy sell. Okay. After I create a strategy in Algomojo, I have to copy webhook URL and copy codings from Algomojo and finally place it in. Yeah. I mean, AFL coding in Amibroker. Yeah. Either you copy, paste it into the existing strategy code, or you drag and drop the module from these modules, depending on your strategy. Just drag and drop, right click, update the webhook URL. That's it. We have made the process very, very simple for automation. You need not have to touch any of the AFLs or Pine script codes in either in TradingView or Amibroker. Like, see, for us, in terms of whether we can trigger the price based on a certain percentage of the current market price, current price, that kind of facility is not available. You will have to trigger from the chart only. Now, for example, let me show you in trading view. For example, the current price which is running is for Bitcoin is 54,201. If you want to trigger it, say when it comes to 54,300, am I right? If so, you will need to necessarily create an alert in TradingView to trigger. There is no way we can understand. Okay, you have to trigger the buy order when the price crosses 54,300 or 25,400 in Nifty or Bank Nifty, whatever it is. That way it is not possible. It has to, triggers have to come from the charting tool, which is your TradingView or Amibroker or charting or any of these kind of platforms. In TradingView or in Algomojo, there is no place where you can say that, okay, current price is so say 25,000. I want to take an entry if the price comes to say 24,900, or the price drops by 0.5% or 1%. Such facility is no currently not available, sir. Any other queries on Amibroker or TradingView? See, whether you want to trade in ATM, ITM, OTM, that's a study that you have to do. As most of you are aware, ATM is normally half delta is what they call. Like if future moves by 100 points, ATM is supposed to move by 50 points, close to. If you take in the money, say 5 or 6, it could be that if the future moves by 100 points, depending on the delta at that point in time, the future could, the option could move by 80 points. ATM would have moved 50, the ITM would have moved 80 or 90 points, depending on the delta, expiry, various other factors of options trading. So it's a different subject altogether. Of course, in the money options are always recommended because time value impact is not so much on in the money, whereas out of the money and at the money, the risk of time value on options prices there, and that's a different discussion altogether. That's a different study altogether. If you options are it's a huge subject. You will find a lot of material and people doing classes on, or material available for doing options trade. Yes. In case if you want any codes to be modified or If you have an idea and you want that to be coded in Amibroker or TradingView, we take up those jobs also. You will need to send an email to us. We will study your requirement and maybe have a call with our development team, and then check the feasibility, come back to you and tell what is the costing and price timeline involved. Once you are okay with it, we can take up the coding. We do it for both Amibroker and for TradingView, the coding part. Kindly share your email requirements by email ID. I'll be sharing my email ID at the end of the session. Please mail it to me. We can study that and come back to you, sir. Coming back to the presentation that we were looking at. Yeah, in case if there's more things to be looked at into Amibroker, do let me know. We can try and go through that. We have something called a strategy store that has been launched. You will find that. Let me show you in the website also. These are not our proprietary kind of strategy. These are popular strategies which are, if you Google it, you will find it for usage. Since a lot of people wanted to use these strategies and wanted to be available in our platform, we have launched that. So these are super trend, alpha trend, and half trend. So using these, you can trade. You need not have to wait for any or do any setup in TradingView or Amibroker. These are standard formulas which are available. You can trade in Nifty and Bank Nifty as of now. Time frames that are made available are 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15 minute. And default settings are for ATM, positional trades, not for intraday. And you can do either paper trade or live trade. These are things which are available. Let me show that in our website. So if you go to the left side, you will see the strategy store. These are the 3 popular strategies that we are providing or making it available for users. So you can get more details about the strategy here. As you can see here. So there's a description of what it is. You can have a look at it. And you can select what is the instrument, Nifty or Bank Nifty, and you can select what is the time frame that you want to run, 1 minute or 5 minutes or 15 minutes. We request you to kindly do an extensive backtesting in any of the platforms for these popular strategies. And once you're convinced that yes, it is a strategy suitable for your kind of trading, then only adapt it. So once you select this and add it to the strategy, there's a disclaimer. We'll need to accept that. It gets added under my strategies. As you can see here, this is added. So you need not have to do anything, any changes in this. Of course, there's a facility you can to change it, but if you want to change any of these parameters, you can still do. Default is set at 1 lot and ATM price. If you want to tweak with any of these parameters, kindly do that. If you want to increase the number of lots or expiries and stuff, current month, if you want to do monthly expiry, you can do that. Save that and then leave it to the system. You need not have to worry about and enable paper trade or live trade. You need not have to do any setup apart from enabling paper trade or live trade once in a day. Mornings when you log in, you have to necessarily log in. All these strategies will be in an active status. You will need to enable for live trade or paper trade. Only then the signals that you get will be executed. So mornings, you just log in to your broker page of using Algomojo, come here to my strategies and enable all the strategies that you have defined that you want to execute by either selecting paper trade or live trade. That's it. That's briefly about like again, see, we are only executors of your strategies. Your performance of your strategy, whatever signals that you generate in your strategy, that we execute. You give a buy signal, we'll execute it. You give a sell signal, we execute it. Whether it's profitable or not, that is your backtesting report that you have to study. We will not be able to tell that. That is your study, sir. We are only a bridge between your charting tool, like your TradingView or Amibroker. So whenever these signals are generated, we pick up these signals and then place the order for you. For example, now this is one trade, this strategy called on Bank Nifty. It has figured, so it has given some 800 points, for example, here after taking short. So these kind of things you can determine only in your charting tool, and you have access to your codes and charts. We will not have any access to the charts and codes, so we will not be able to test whether it has been profitable or not profitable. You will need to do a back test and check it out. Yes, as you can see here, most of the trades have gone into a loss. Here also there's a loss. Here also there's a loss. 100 odd, 200 odd points. This is also loss, and this also loss, like a small profit, 6.7 points, whereas this one trade has given 800 points. So some 5, 6 trades went for a loss, and then one trade gives you 800 points. So in case if you're not here in this trade, if you're not taken this trade, you would still be in under loss, because the past 5, 6 trades were all in loss. Whereas this one trade came and took away all these losses and give you substantial profit also. So that is the part on the psychology of trading, how to handle those kind of situations where it is loss making or profit making. So suppose you had stopped at say 200 points somewhere here, say 343 points, you would have lost another 500 points. So those things do happen. Those are different topics altogether for discussion and understanding. Such. So here we are talking only about how to use our platform as a bridge for execution. That's it. Yeah, these are again, as I was mentioning, Alpha Trend or Super Trend. These are all available in Google. If you Google, you will get the, or even in TradingView also, you will get these strategies. Kindly look at the performance of these strategies, and then according by varying various parameters like your time frame and those kind of things, and check the performance. We don't give any guarantees for the strategies that we have launched here, since these are available tools or available strategies in the market. We are making it available for users here. That's it. You need not have to have TradingView or Amibroker for using these strategies. You set it up, select it here, add to your strategy, and every day morning you come and enable it for live trade or paper trade. Whenever the system triggers by yourself, it will get executed in your account. In terms of our support, we are available from 9 to 5 on all working days. Whenever the exchange is working, we are there. Today is actually Ganesh Chaturthi. Our offices are closed. Otherwise, Saturdays also we work. Saturdays from 9 to 5. You can contact us on WhatsApp, or you can call us, or you can raise a ticket to get in touch with us. You can email it by sending the details to support@algomojo.com. And if you have any queries, do let me know. My email ID, in case you have any coding to be done, is lokesh@finfolab.com. We have a blog which has got a lot of material in terms of the various facilities that we offer. Our website is algomojo.com. For details, you could go through these. For any PineScript or TradingView, PineScript or AFLA, Amibroker kind of coding, if you have any requirement, send an email to my ID. We will check for feasibility and come back to you. Yeah, if there are no more queries, we can conclude the session at this point. See, we will not be in a position to share the past historical data. You will need to necessarily check it out in TradingView, yes, or Amibroker for Alpha Trend or Half Trend or Super Trend, the performance as such. Thanks again. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to present our platform to you. Please do get in touch with us in case if you need any further details. We'll be happy to help you to automate your process strategies for execution. Thank you and have a great weekend.